Roman, Chocolatito, 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 Chocolatito.
Alright, boom. Welcome back, guys, to episode 39 of the Sweet Science Podcast with your boy Fat Mouse. Who else we got in here?
I'm Cash with a K, not a C.
Boy, here we are. Yeah, man. Welcome back. What's going on, man? I started yoga, you know.
How is it?
Blood. So I used to do yoga when gyms were open, innit? But not like that, innit? Just every now and again, I do yoga, I do a bit of Pilates and that. But now, I started on this beginner's thing. Like, the most basic level, because I drive a lot now, innit? And I'm stiff as hell, bruv. At the moment,
Stiff as a board.
I'm stiff as a board. It's not good. So I started doing yoga, man, but I just literally typed in, bruv, I felt like such a bad bee, innit? These home workouts, innit? So I typed in beginner's yoga, whatever, innit, at home. Bruv, the woman's talking like she's talking to just a bunch of gal. I don't know how to behave, but yeah, man, I needed it, man. So it's been, I've done 3 sessions this week.
How you feeling?
So, blood, I'm feeling better, man. Obviously, it's not like I'm feeling great, but you get me. I'm
But
feeling
you can feel the difference already.
But yeah, no, 100%.
Hard, intense?
No, it's basic, but you hold them for a while, innit? So
How long does a session usually last?
30 minutes.
Okay. It's not
30
bad.
minutes.
Not
It's a
bad
quick
at all.
thing. It's a basic one, innit? It's like a beginner's one. But yeah, I'm feeling
Any
it,
moves
man.
you can teach the fans right now?
Yeah, there's the upside down dog.
Why's everything got a big dog?
No, it's called the upside down dog, innit? It's not actually. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's not what it's called. It's called the downward facing dog. But
What about
That just sounds dead.
There's one which I heard is very good for your respiratory system.
I don't know.
The chupacabra.
Guy, bruv, I thought he was gonna be serious for a second. Like, if I
Got
could
you.
zoom in on my face there for a second, you see me cut my eyes.
He was
bruv.
like, what?
Yeah, I was excited. Then I just
What?
rolled my eyes at this muppet.
Chupacabra?
But yeah, what else? Oh, I watched this thing. Yeah,
Go on.
listen,
You
I
watched
watched this thing on Netflix. You know when you're like just watched everything, there's nothing else to watch.
You battered it all.
So there's this. It's not even that, but nothing entices me enough in it. So I'm looking for these really weird, like, just backdoor kind of freak stuff in it. And I saw something called ad vitam. It's not English, obviously. It's a French thing originally,
Okay.
but
Have it done.
yeah.
Is that it? I don't know.
I don't know how you pronounce it, but it
just
sounded
got a French
lig. It
accent.
sounded lig still.
Thanks,
But yeah, it's mad, you know. It's about, basically, we're in the future in about 50 years. And they've taken this technology from jellyfish,
What?
where they're able to roll back, basically, to maintain their age, that age for the rest of their life kind of thing, innit? So, let's just say I did it now. I will never go above my age, even if I'm like 120. So a lot of these, because they were celebrating the oldest woman in the world, innit? She's 169 years old.
Well, they took something from the jellyfish.
Some sort of technology in it, like they jump in this like coffin in it with water in it, and it goes doof, doof, doof. It's madness, in it?
Show or a movie?
It's a show.
Series,
It's like
then.
6 episodes. Yeah, it's only 6 episodes, something like that. But it's mad, bruv. And you know what? It was a dead storyline, but it's interesting because there's things you don't imagine you can live forever. You don't think about the implications in it. Your memories, after a while, you just forget certain things in it, and you just move. You know, when you're a kid, you can't remember certain things. And now it's like you have to keep refreshing them.
Yeah.
So there's going to be something from like 50 years ago, 100 years ago. You don't even know what happened.
That's why
anymore.
I look like not I've spoke to people, but you know when you watch stuff online,
You've
and you hear
spoken to
people,
about 100-year-olds.
no, but a lot of people say I don't want to grow old, or like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
of
want
course.
to be
That old, yeah.
that
yeah,
old because you just can't enjoy it. You just don't. You
No, but
you
these
can't
don't
live
enjoy
life.
it because they've got their health.
So they're still healthy at that
Yeah,
age.
of
as well.
course. Like you can. They
I thought they were just.
Oh
Immortal
no!
kind of
They
thing.
look like you
Still
see
look
someone
young.
who's like 35 or 40, and they're like, you'd never guess how old I am, or like comes up in conversation. The guy's like, take a guess, and she's like 89.
You know you're talking about ages.
Yeah.
Virgil Hunter, yeah.
Yeah.
Guess how old he is.
How old is he?
Guess.
89.
How old is
No,
he? How old does he look?
Man, I want to say he looks about 50. He's probably young.
Get a picture. I bet just quickly
You're
live.
very
1 sec.
long, man. Again, you cut me off once again. I'm just
No,
gonna
but
say
we're talking about ages. On the topic of ages, we're gonna come back to.
be disturbed.
We're gonna come back to Adviton. Adviton?
I don't know how you pronounce it, bro. I'm a French blood.
You're born in Marseille.
Marseille.
Nice. Born in Nice.
Am I writing again?
Virgil Hunter.
Guy,
I'm gonna put a picture up of him. I
know what he
I
looks
found
like,
out this yesterday, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but I want to see how he looks right now. That's an old picture, blood. He's about 50 though.
78.
Oh, what?
Virgil Hunter's 78.
You're
bro.
chatting was. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I couldn't believe it, bro.
But there he looks a bit like a turtle. Where is it? You can kind of see the age in him there, innit?
That's because he's doing the whole.
Yeah, I know, but like he's moving like an old man, innit? So he's older than Roach.
78, bro. I couldn't believe it.
Sorry, guys. It's
No,
not
it's
a persistent cough. It's just hay fever. I'm allergic
Persistent
to
cough?
waffle.
He's coughing while
But
he's
yeah,
He's
it's
talking about
mad.
that technology,
Like,
though.
yeah,
That's
so you
crazy.
just get regenerated, and then it's interesting. I would say watch it, but it's not one of them like, oh my days. Oh, forget this. Money Heist. Money
back.
Heist is coming out in April.
Couple of weeks.
Episode season 4. Yeah, you right there, mate. I didn't algemate.
Do you remember my belt? I'm celebrating.
No, idiot. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. If you watch Money Heist, thumbs up. If you don't watch it,
Thumbs up.
watch it then thumbs up. No, not even watch it then thumbs. Just thumbs up and then watch it because trust
Whilst
me,
you're watching,
watch it.
Subscribe, comment, share, thumbs up, like.
Comment.
All of it.
I like Money
Tell
Heist.
us what character you
And
like.
if you want to say it in Spanish, do it. La Casa del Papel.
Le quesadilla, baby.
Queso, my man's a quesadilla.
Quesadilla?
Can I get one quesadilla?
But yeah, no,
But
amazing
yeah.
show. But yeah, man, I had a fantastic weekend.
Tell me.
I had just the best weekend you could ever imagine.
Why?
Because we won the North London
so
Derby.
good, yeah.
We won the North London Derby. Listen,
This is where I switch off.
Listen.
Oh, yeah.
Arsenal and Tottenham. One of the, if not the greatest rivalry in footballing history. I know I'm going to get a lot of guys going, what about Milan? What about the El Clasico? The Clasico? All of this stuff, yeah, cool. I'm just saying, yeah, as an Arsenal fan, there is not a bigger game in the world than not beating a game against Tottenham Hotspur. We played the Spuds and we beat the Spuds 2-1 at the Emirates.
Is that what they're called?
The Spurs, isn't it? We just call them Spuds, isn't it? So yeah, Arsenal took on Tottenham, and it made everything, something could have gone catastrophic, but because Arsenal beat Spurs, doesn't matter.
Cancels out the whole thing.
All right.
So they're down.
Martin Odegaard signed the
Who's
thing.
that?
It's a guy who got on loan from Real Madrid.
Is it?
Yeah, Odegaard. Emil Smith.
So what happens if you don't play Real Madrid now?
He won't play.
Are you just going to sit
He's
down?
ineligible to play.
Either side.
Obviously.
That's mad. What do you
Let me
mean?
tell you one thing. Arteta, take a bow, my friend.
You
know how there's been a lot of
Someone
people...
commented this about you. Oh, Arteta in, and then 2 weeks later, he's out. Oh, we've had enough. He's dead. Oh, he's in. He's back. Yeah, he's back. He's just a fickle, bruv. Fickle fan,
You
man.
even expose me on camera in front of the whole world? I'm not fickle at all. I've always been behind Arteta. I just said, was it time for Arteta to leave?
Man, what is this
I
Turkish
was saying he's
water,
starting Eddie and Nketiah. But
Tap
listen,
water, blood.
he dropped Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. One of the biggest games of the season, the biggest rivalry. Dropped your captain, your top goal scorer, the main man, the talisman, Aubameyang, because he came late.
So they're down.
Apparently, allegedly, it was disciplinary. We don't know what the actual cause was, but he's been caught on camera driving in Muswell Hill at 12:01 in traffic. So apparently he was late to the game.
When was the game?
It's like 4 o'clock, but you have to be some 4:30 kickoff. But you got to be with the team at a certain time, innit? Whatever time he showed up. This is what's the rumblings. He was late. We started the game without the talisman. Dominated Tottenham. Jose Mourinho was just there waffling before the game, talking his nonsense, and we beat him. So, man.
Well done.
The year's done for me.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Is that it? So do you even win a trophy? Is it just you just play each other?
It's the Premier League, innit? It's just a game.
Oh, is it?
But it's just a
Going
big
on
match.
that North London derby like it's some madness like you're going to win something at the end of it.
You do.
3 points.
North London is red.
And on that note, this is not from North London. It's from the opposite
Opposite?
opposite side. It's from South London. We, once again, trawling through Instagram, Sweet Tooth, something just pops up and I think, ooh, I like the look of that one. But the what's it called? The algorithm has just memorized what I look for, and that is just
yeah, I can't lie. All that comes
Sweet,
up on Insta now is just desserts.
cookies, brownies, cookies. I send them to myself so that I can remember them, and it's just full. My own DMs are full of DMs from me about them. Yeah, so there's like a queue. I've said this before, but there's a queue of people that we're gonna visit. Blood, I looked at my hand, yeah, in comparison to the first episode, bro. It looks like I'm wearing a glove now, bruv. I'm full of like flour. You know them pudgy toys. It's terrible. It's terrible. Anyway, we're coming back soon. We're coming back soon, innit? So this is from a very small business indeed. The lovely lady is just one person. She preps these at yard. Obviously, she's legitimate. Like, you know, you got certificates and them things there. She's clean. It's not like, I mean, filthy. She's clean. Hygiene and them things there. But yeah, this is her.
That's her.
That
is
Meet
her.
her, guys. This is the Cookie Trap. London.
The Cookie Trap.
I'm going to bang him live on camera. I'm going to pop his nose live on camera. And you're going to see it. But yeah, so she has 3 flavours. Oh, we ain't taking no pictures, have we? There are 3 flavours, yeah? I'm going to have all of mine all today, yeah? We bought a box of 9. 3 flavours, 3 of each flavour. Let me just clean up this thing. Bev, I'll go over this top. Bam. That's a dead picture though, Bev. It needs a light. Can we get the light again? Bev. I don't have to do this too no more. Ah, there you go. Apologies. So we bought a box of... Can you talk or something?
Apologies. I'm just looking at the cookies. I'm ready to...
I am excited though. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, so obviously each cookie comes a little bit. It comes sealed in its own little plastic wrap, yeah? But what happens with that is it gets a little bit messy, things stick to it. But what we have is... Should I go to their page? They're literally doing nothing? Let's see what they've got here. Just hold a couple up.
You announce them and I'll hold them up.
Yes. The Cookie Trap LDN. Alright, so this one is salted caramel and sea salt flakes. No, this is just... Bruv, let me just get the menu. How about I do that, bruv? Menu.
Oh, is that not the one?
Oh, it's just our chocolate chip cookie. Bruv, it's gone. Okay. Chocolate chip cookie. Show it. No, that one there. That's the one. That's the one in your hand. Chocolate chip cookie. Our chocolate chip cookies are thick, gooey, and packed with milk chocolate chunks and caramel. Because you add liquid dimension. Bam. Next one, red velvet, please. Red velvet, white chocolate chip, and Hershey cookie. Mud? That's just everything. Yeah? And the final one is the Oreo white chocolate chip cookie. Soft, sweet, and slightly gooey in the middle, packed with chopped Oreos and white chocolate chips. Boy! That's tremendous. Okay, so the variety box that we got is £16 for 9 cookies. Yeah?
Which is a very good deal.
9 cookies for £16. Let's give them a go.
Should we do like that? A picture like that, so you've got like that?
No?
Did you already do it?
I moved the bottle out of the way. It's a dead picture, but I was trying to do it just to keep you happy. I like that. Okay, let me get my camera. I thought you wanted me to take a picture of that lined up thing, Bev. Alright, let's do that again. Wait, it doesn't show. Guys, apologies, just to get me. We talk and stuff at the same time. You feel me? There you go. Bam. So you got 1 of each there, yeah?
Time to devour.
Yeah. Bring me in, bud. Go. I'm going to start... Okay, so...
What should we do?
We've learned this in the past. So what are you saying?
Yeah,
you're going to say the same thing?
What should we review? Which one?
Okay.
I'm looking at them. I like sauce.
Yeah.
Caramel got a little sauce on it. The caramel, the chocolate chip.
I propose to try all 3, break them down briefly, but just focus on one. So have one with the results on the thing.
The reason why you're gonna say why anyway is
just because otherwise it's just very right. It's an essay.
Cluttered everywhere. It just makes a mess.
But I'm gonna start with red velvet. Yeah.
sure.
I'm not a huge fan. Oh, did you want to start
No,
with
we'll
that
start with red velvet then.
one? Yeah? I'll tell you why, because I'm not actually a huge fan of red velvet.
He's
So
not
let me get-
huge, but he's huge fan.
And I'm gonna batter all of these cookies immediately. No mercy.
Come on.
No weakness.
Food challenge?
You know?
Shall I fast draw? Oh, look, chocolate chip fella. Oh, I see the Hershey's.
That's good. Yeah. That is red velvet.
Hershey's.
Red velvet is just it's just chocolate, innit? But something makes it red.
Damn.
That's nice still. So you got the red velvet flavour, definitely there. The white chocolate chips serve little purpose, but then you got the cookies and cream bar, the Oreo bar. Oh, not Oreo, what's
Hershey's.
Hershey's bar.
Hershey's bar.
You know that little thin thing? I love that
This
bar.
is dang, bro. I can't lie to you.
It's nice.
Look at that. Look how red that is. Sorry, I'm just being weird. So look how red
Oh
it is.
wow. Inside there's bare chocolate.
Bro, this is dank.
You're not even eating it, bruv.
I am. I was looking at it. I was looking at the colours, look. Because that chocolate, dark, I don't know. It's dank.
It is quite interesting though because let me try it like this, hold on.
Enjoying it.
Yeah. There, inside the little cross section, you got red and you got white chocolate and you got little specks of black from the cookies and cream cookie. Hear me?
Say Hershey's bar? Cookies and cream cookie. Spaz. What's dick? Come on.
So actually,
It's done. It's done.
that's cookie number 1 done.
If I'm being honest, I don't really taste red velvet.
What
But-
does red velvet taste like?
You've got that red velvet cake. It's got a little taste to it. It's got a different taste. 100%.
I do taste it, but
I can't. But it's done.
it's nice.
Alright, just falling.
I'm gonna say that's a 7.
Taste.
Yeah? Yeah.
Why are you reviewing it? I thought we weren't going to do it.
No, just a quick. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, just no. I'm not gonna put it up there. I'm just gonna say that's a 7. Yeah.
For me, that's an 8.
Serious.
I like that.
Okay. Good, but we're not putting that up anyway. It's just thing.
Giving you a quick one. Now what? Oreo?
No, yeah, the Oreo thing. I'm saving what I think is the best and what we're gonna review for last. So he had a bite of his cookie. I've had my whole thing. We are not the same.
A bite?
Yeah?
I had half.
You had a quarter.
It's not, of course, a third. Thank.
Wow,
Is it?
that's good. God, it's waking me. I'm getting a sugar rush. Hey,
A 30.
I like this one a lot. I like this one more.
Do you know what I love?
So you might, yeah.
Wow. This is banging.
It's hard.
Do you know what I like?
What's that?
I really love Subway cookies. Subway cookie bangs.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't get the texture like Subway cookies. These are like Subway cookies.
I feel that you're belittling this one.
No.
No,
Is
you
it
like
better?
it.
It's better.
But this has got,
Subway's budget version.
you know, but this has got
This is
everything in it.
This-
Like, these
this-
are loaded.
This is made with love. And the woman behind who made it, amazing.
Lovely
So
woman.
friendly.
Absolutely. So I've done. This is the last bite of this cookie.
Oh, this is dank. This is dank. You already done? Animal.
So it's all soft. It's definitely gooey. She says, she said slightly gooey. It's definitely slightly gooey, and that's a good thing. I like that one. That one is
8.
an 8. Yeah, from me, 100% an 8. Ready to roll? Okay. So by the way, I'm starving. I'm Marvin. Yeah. So I've had both of my cookies. Obviously, he's doing his job and just taking little bites. Like I said, we are not the same. Yeah? Bam. And you couldn't do this like I do this. I don't think it's a good thing. I'm not saying it with pride. I'm saying it with shame. Yeah? I'm a pig. Bruv, so immediately
Oh
pull out
my-
the cookie.
Juice, bro. Look at the juices.
Salted caramel goo on the tin. Yeah?
Can you put it up like that?
Put what? Oh.
Just so they, I can't hold it. Mine's gonna fall apart. Look at it. Can you see the caramel juices?
You see that caramel? Yeah?
That's dank.
So I've kind of I broke that thing off here.
A bit more than you can chew.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Oh, look at my fingers. Just
Flavour. Flavour. It's flavoursome. Yeah.
And this,
Wow.
bro, can you taste that? It's got the cookie dough texture. In it.
Yes. Well, it's a cookie, isn't it?
Keep being rude. Not much up.
Okay. Nah. This one's my favourite. And you know what?
Oh wow.
The salted caramel does a whole new thing to it. Boy.
It's actually salted caramel as well.
Yeah.
People lie when they say salted caramel. It's just caramel. This is salted caramel.
There's real salt in here, mate.
I can taste it. I feel like I'm eating the sea. I'm having a sip of sea.
Not there.
Dank. Is it dank?
I'm starting to get full. I'm not going to let that stop me, though.
You never give up,
I've got
do you?
a couple bites left anyway, but...
That's what I like about you. You're a true champ.
Not one. I'm glad I saved the best for last. Because that was phenomenal.
You overcome all the adversity. Shall I go? While you talk, while you eat? Alright. The whole shebang, I'm going to give it an appearance review. Based on all the cookies, based on the box, it gets an 8 for me. The cookies look very nice, very presentable. I like the packaging each one because it can get messy and get all dirty and crumbly and whatnot. You've got them each in their plastic cases. 8.
I'm licking every finger, bro. Oh.
For taste, for that cookie, the caramel one, it's a 9 for me. Solid 9. Very, very nice. Texture was perfect. I like the fact that it had a bit of the cookie dough texture.
Imagine that with a latte. Oh, are you mad?
Are you mad or what? Salted caramel was actually salted caramel and it was perfecto. Enough. I like chunks in my cookies. I like a bit of bite. I like a bite. I like a bit of bit of oomph in it.
Little resistance there.
And it's giving me that resistance. It's giving me the gooiness on the inside, the crispiness around the edges. Cookie trap. You get a 9 for me for taste.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love to oppose what he just said, yeah, but I can't.
Why would you love to oppose me?
Because you know what I mean. I don't want to be you in it.
That's fine.
I've had enough of living in your shadow. You get me?
It's a pretty big shadow, isn't it?
There's some big boots to fill. But the appearance of the box is just any little standard box, yeah? Again, she's got her own little sticker on there. Great. Still got caramel all over me. Yeah, it's got a little pink sticker there. It's nice. But forget the packaging, because this is whatever's meaty. The cookies, blood, I just croaked.
I heard that. Cookies?
Yeah. What is wrong with me, blood?
All the sugar.
The cookies
The sugar.
they look good. They all look like a bit of a spectacle. Yeah? They're spectacular. Yeah? So 8 out of 10 for that. Kind of like you said. But based on that salted caramel chocolate chip, that was definitely another 9 out of 10. I'm stuttering. What is wrong with me?
He's a little giddy.
I'm giddy up. Yeah, 100%. 9 out of 10.
100.
That was. I enjoyed them, boy. Listen, you gonna eat that cookie there? You gonna eat that cookie? Nah, I'm joking. But I could do. Even though that was a lot of cookie and a very short space of time, I could eat more, you know. I got a problem. I got problems. Yeah. Cookie trap. Thank you. They were good, man. They were good. They were good. They're definitely, check them out at whatever the Instagram's there somewhere.
I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put the page up now. Enjoy that.
Okay. I'm going to move this.
One thing, you said it and it kind of rung in my head and stuck in my head a little bit, as you mentioned, resonated in my head. Rung a bell. Rang a bell.
Stringer bell.
You said you were Marvin.
Oh, this guy's...
this week, or this weekend, the boxing world, the combat sports world, obviously, if you're a sports fan, you probably know from back in the day, obviously, one of the all-time greats, Hall of Famer. The boxing world lost marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
I don't actually know the reasons behind the death.
I think they said it. You know, they said he died peacefully in his bed.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, it was unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I read online. But if you guys don't know, Marvin Hagler, one of the greatest fighters of not any generation, just of all time. Warrior, technically sound, fun to watch.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's sad. So condolences to the family.
Yeah.
Friends, obviously, people close to him, etc. But yeah, it's just one of the warriors from the old days, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable, isn't it? It's a lot of people say, "Oh, it came as sudden news or whatever," but I understand it. But it's a reality, and I think the sooner it's sad, no doubt. I'm not saying it's not. I mean, it's not a tough time,
yeah.
but it's just for me. In my opinion, is this, innit? The sooner we realize that it's a reality, the easier it kind of becomes to deal with it. Do you get me?
And just the best thing to do now is just appreciate what he done.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of guys who looked up to him in the sport.
Yep.
And you know, Mexican style now and stuff.
Yeah.
People just love to put on walls. That fight with Tommy Hearns.
Come on.
You know,
what
Hagler Hearns, bro. You know, one of the greatest.
That is just
one of the, if not the best fight of all time. You know, probably round of the century.
Yeah.
Round
it's
of
hard
the
to top that.
whatever. You know, they just came out ready to just bang from the second, the first bell. But yeah, condolences to the family, and I guess the boxing mods in the next couple of weeks is gonna probably celebrate him a lot. You know, people are already putting up videos, etc. So.
Yeah.
Sad news to start off, but talking about wars, talking about absolute crackers of fights, I think these two gentlemen probably saw it and thought to themselves,
we need to give them something. So you're thinking, who are you talking about here?
I was going to go...
go for it.
These two probably saw, obviously, the news and thought to themselves, yep. The first one was a cracker. Let's make it even better the second, and I think it was. Yeah. Juan Francisco Estrada took on Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez for the second time. A rematch. First fight happened about 8 years ago. Chocolatito Estrada met the weight below, I believe. And Chocolatito won a unanimous decision.
Was it 108?
I believe so, yeah.
108, yeah.
And they met again. They paths crossed again. And this time it was a unification fight. WBC champion Estrada versus WBA champion Chocolatito. And one of the best fights I have ever seen. One of the best, definitely fight of the year already. Obviously, the year's just begun. But
Do you reckon?
I don't think anyone will top that. 100%, bro. Over 2,000 punches thrown.
The output was phenomenal. The output was phenomenal.
Just
the energy, just
phone box, just in the pocket, trading. Didn't matter what was happening. Amazing. One of the best fights I've ever seen. One of the best I've ever seen.
Good fight, no doubt.
And it's just, do you know one thing I think happens is, especially from Chocolatito's point of view, I feel if he wanted to, he could have outboxed Estrada, because I think technically he's the better fighter. Estrada's younger and fresher, probably hits a bit harder, but Chocolatito's a veteran, one of the best of all time, one of the best in the division, pound for pound, king, great, whatever you want to call him. He's got tricks up his sleeve, and he's just more experienced and well-rounded. But I feel as though he wanted to put on a show. You know, you just get dragged into a war and you don't want to come out of it. You just carry on. Because there's that point.
It was relentless. It was 100%, yeah.
So, obviously, I'll tell you what happened. Estrada won the bout by a split decision. In my opinion, the wrong fighter won.
Yeah, you said that.
But depending on how you saw it, it could have gone either way. But it was a close fight. But it was a close fight that Chocolatito won, in my opinion. He outthrew and outlanded Estrada by a couple of hundred. punches.
That's a lot, bruv. Man said a couple hundred.
But it's because they threw so many. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
In a close fight,
Yeah.
it can get away with you. But it looked like Estrada was landing the more harder shots. Chocolatito had the volume.
Yeah.
But just in general, I think Estrada kind of, I think the body shots won it for him. He was loading up a lot to the body, water in the basement, like you say. He kind of stopped that and went head hunting afterwards. But Chocolatito is such a veteran, man. Roman Gonzalez is so smart in there. The way he rides punches, some of them look like they're connecting, but he's just moving out of way. It was just a beautiful fight. It wasn't a fight. It was a war,
100%,
a brawl, and I didn't mind either winning. Sounds crazy, yeah. I wanted Chocolatito to win the fight. I thought he won the fight, but I was happy that Estrada won.
Why?
Because it now sets up Estrada versus Srisaket Rungvisai. The reason I say that is because obviously Rungvisai fought the night before.
Yeah.
Srisaket fought in Thailand against another Thai fighter, former world champion.
It was a hard to watch fight though, man, in terms of commentary and that, man.
Just obviously the commentary was just obviously because it wasn't as big of a fight.
Yeah, it wasn't a spectacle.
So I don't think they had just, I don't know who the guys were, no disrespect to them, but it just wasn't the same. You know, it was on the zone anyway. But Rungvisai took on I forgot the guy's name now.
Who is his name?
All I know is this Kwanthai. It goes by Kwanthai Simorthseng, I think. Simorthseng. I don't know. Guys in Thailand, let me know. But he's a former world champion as well. But yeah, Rungvisai just bullied him.
Yeah.
Battered him from pillar to post. Probably could have knocked him out in the first round. Wanted a few rounds. And then it got to the end of the third in the corner.
Yeah.
Corner team, his trainer team.
Said
whatever,
Thai, he said no mas.
Yep, stopped it. Then and there, done. Khalas. Kalashnikov. And Rungvisai won. And he obviously, it was a stay busy fight, warm up fight.
Yeah.
Estrada, Chocolatito. So these guys have all fought each other. This is the craziest thing. It's like a mad triangle. It's like a love triangle went wrong. Yeah? Rungvisai fought Chocolatito twice. Yeah. This is when Chocolatito was 46-0, going to try and beat Mayweather. He was number one pound for pound at the time. Everyone was talking about him. And Rungvisai came in there and basically beat him up.
Yeah.
Won a split decision, I think it was. But I think he probably shouldn't have been a split. But Rungvisai then, they had the rematch. Next fight, and Rungvisai knocked him out. Brutal fashion, 4th round knockout. And showed the world who he is and why he is so well respected in Thailand. Because he'd done it there before and he was already a world champion.
He'd already taken over Thailand, didn't it?
But he wasn't on the global stage. Did that. Obviously, Estrada and Chocolatito met 8 years ago in 2012. 9 years, sorry. Rematch obviously just happened. And Estrada and Rungvisai have also met twice now. So Rungvisai obviously beat Chocolatito.
It's like a love triangle for real, bro.
Literally. Rungvisai beat Chocolatito for the title. Then defended it first time against Estrada. And then they rematched a year later in 2019, and he lost that.
Crazy.
So it's just a kind of back and forth kind of war between
them.
It's
bout for the top between 3 top fighters.
So I'm kind of happy because I didn't want to see Chocolatito and Rungvisai again. Seen it twice already. He's lost 2 times. I mean, it's a different Chocolatito, different Rungvisai. They're both a bit older. Chocolatito would maybe go in there and not try and out-brawl him. You know, they say don't hook with a hooker. Could probably go in there and try and outbox him and be smarter about it. But I've already seen it. And Estrada and Rungvisai 1-1.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes that...
Yeah, it makes more sense to have one that's kind of... There's a bit of competition.
And it gives you the clarity, you know, who's the better fighter kind of thing. Yeah. So, I do think Chocolatito did beat Estrada. There will definitely no doubt about it. It's going to be like a Manny Pacquiao...
Another 5 of them.
And Juan Manuel Marquez kind of thing, you know. Just they're gonna have about 100 fights between each other, you know. Why not? Hagler Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Cesar Chavez, whole shebang. Just keep going back and forth, and that's what boxing's about, man. Take a couple losses, but these guys have all lost a few times.
Yeah.
But they're still at the top of the game. They're still fighting each other. There's no one ducking, diving, dodging. Everyone's taking on each other, and I like that. Especially in the lower weight classes, it's difficult because there is not that broad of a
But these guys are
of elite.
light.
I know they're tiny.
Bruv.
I think my leg weighs one. The one
That
leg.
is what it's worrying, bruv.
Worrying.
At this rate, I could just put one breast down and it would be the same weight. You get me? But yeah,
But
that's exciting times.
They put on very good fights.
No doubt. You know, when I was younger, one guy at school, he literally said, I love watching the lightweights. Obviously, when he said lightweights, I think he just meant the lightweights or the small guys, innit? I was like, bruv, what are you talking about, man? I want that heavyweight flipping animal action, innit? And then now you watch the lightweight fighters and you're like, raw. You can really appreciate boxing, innit?
Yeah.
With these guys. Because it's not, you know,
everyone looks
and done.
Everyone looks at the heavyweights as like modern day gladiator kind of thing. And these smaller guys don't obviously get appreciated. Like I always have this argument with one of my guys about when Chocolatito was like pound for pound number 1 at the time, or they were discussing it. I was like, no way. Because I believe pound for pound rankings don't depend on your record, yeah? He was saying it's about being undefeated, and I think it's about who you've beaten. You beat world-class elite fighters, you are pound for pound king. It doesn't matter if Manny Pacquiao is pound for pound king for time. He's lost 4 or 5 at the time.
No, but he's a ledge pound for pound because it's 8 division champ.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
though.
when it pound. That's
but he's
what
beaten so
pound
many
means.
guys. If you move up in weight and beat the champion of that weight, you can't be denied. You go up again.
Yeah.
Beat another one, you can't be denied. And it depends on your resume as well. If you fought the best of the best consistently, you build pound for pound rankings. These guys are a bit unlucky because they haven't got that many world class names. Like, you know, Inouye, for example.
Yeah.
Inouye's pammed everyone he's faced.
Yeah.
But Inouye hasn't
before.
faced.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Like, the guys he's beaten, like Maloney, the guy he fought before, good fighter.
Yeah. It's not name, not really
But
anything.
it's not the elite. You know, if he goes up a weight division and starts clearing out other weights and fighting elite fighters that everybody knows,
yes,
obviously it's no fault of their own. That
of course.
It's just the luck of the draw kind of thing,
it's
you know?
never luck of the draw, but it just means that you can't yet be considered for pound for pound. But that doesn't mean you're not a bad
It sounds
fighter.
dumb, it sounds silly, obviously, but you've got to work a bit harder than the guys above.
Absolutely.
Because they've already got the elite fighters in their categories.
Pool, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That pool was full, whereas you guys, 1, 2 of them, you beat 1 or 2, what do you do next?
Yeah.
Do you keep fighting the guys below you, or do you take it up? So I
Yeah,
feel as
at
though
some
if you
point
want
you
to be
have to kind of
considered
just say,
pound for
yeah,
pound,
let's
you
move up.
have to at least move up a weight division.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah?
I think that.
Unless your division is just stacked and you got killers keep coming through.
Yeah.
But not everyone. It's a common theme now, moving up in weight. You
Yeah,
know?
and sometimes it works.
I
in
think
favor, sometimes it
Chocolatito
doesn't.
should move up to heavyweight.
What?
I think Chocolatito should move up to heavyweight
But
and fight the winner of the fight that just been
Yeah,
announced.
but should we announce that yet? Or should
You
we-
do it.
Oh, I was going to go to that first, but alright, cool.
Okay, fine.
Just because we're going to spend more time.
Smart thinking.
On,
I forgot about the undercard.
real quick.
I forgot about the co-main event.
It was a rematch, and it was a good rematch.
It was a night of rematches,
We had
basically.
Jessica McCaskill defend her titles against the former champion, Cecilia. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Breakhouse.
Yeah, Breakhouse.
Whatever in it. But yeah, and to be honest, I think Cecilia came in promising a knockout. Unfortunately for her, she didn't deliver. I would say personally, she lost about 7 rounds at the beginning. Right at the beginning, she lost the first 7. Then she started to come back in it a bit more convincingly. So she won a couple of rounds there, but even still, she didn't win every single round. Moving on from there, and she lost ultimately in a unanimous decision. So McCaskill successfully defended all her titles.
She's undisputed champion.
Undisputed champion, bruv.
Undisputed welterweight champion. She's got all the belts.
She's got so many belts, bruv.
She robbed them all. She beat Cecilia in the first fight. Robbed them, but you know what I mean.
Successfully.
Took them in and defended them.
Yeah, no.
Both
She
fights
won.
were close fights.
Yeah, but every time she won, I in my opinion,
Yeah, she won.
she rightly won every single
100%.
both fights.
I just think the judging was a bit off. Like
They were off. What
they were saying
scores
it during the card as well. Like judging in Texas is a bit off, and like you know, it was a tough, close fight. And in one of the judges' scorecards, again, it was like Chocolatito and Estrada. It was a close unanimous. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I had a close unanimous
It could
for
have gone either way,
Chocolatito,
but it was
but
like
then
2
again for
rounds
this one,
maybe.
I had a close unanimous for McCaskill. but one of the judges had it crazy. I can't even remember the scorecard, but it was just ridiculous. She had like 9 rounds to 3, or I don't know what it was exactly. I might be quoting the Estrada fight.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't that far.
But I disagree with you though. Like I would say that she had spots of magic in a few rounds, especially like I said from 7 onwards. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But she didn't win 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. She didn't win them 6 rounds. I would say she won about 4 of them. So actually that's quite a fair one. 8-4, 9-3, because they can go either way. And just because I haven't given her a round for this many rounds, that doesn't mean, okay, let me give her this one out of charity. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
They're competing. Do you get me? So if it's a close round, but she just lost
When I watched it live, I never watched it back, but I didn't have it, I didn't score. So for the 2 fights, I didn't go out actively scoring the rounds like I usually do. I was just enjoying the minute.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was a lot closer, that fight.
Is it?
Than a wide unanimous. But the right fighter won, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess.
In my opinion, I think Cecilia should probably retire now.
Oh, she must. She said she will, man. I thought she was going to retire after the first one.
She did. I think she said she did, and then she came back.
She came back, yeah.
Obviously, she's talking about maybe fighting Casco again.
I don't see that. That's not a trilogy I want to see. There's no point. Yeah,
100%. McCaskill's talking about moving up to fight Clarissa Shields, moving down to fight Katie Taylor again in a rematch.
Crazy.
They fought in 2017. Katie Taylor beat her. Close fight.
That would be a good fight. I would rather see that than her move up.
Would you? Yeah, same.
Firstly, I wanted to now as the undisputed
because I think Clarissa Shields destroys her.
Yeah, I don't think she could deal with her.
I don't think anyone could beat Clarissa.
I said anyone.
Out of the women, anyway.
We'll just throw them in there with Brares.
She could probably maybe the toughest fight she probably gets Tyson Fury. I'm joking, but no. Women's boxing's thriving at the moment.
Yeah,
it's amazing. You've got some of the best fighters in the world, all active at the same time, and because Katie Taylor's there, Clarissa Shields is there, McCaskill's there.
Crazy. There are some very talented boxers. Like I'm an old school guy, so I would look at women's boxing and think they can't even box like us men. Do you understand? That's no longer the case. There was always this thing where they just look a little bit stiffer. They look a little less able to move. They don't look as nimble. And I know that sounds counterintuitive because it's like these are women. They're supposed to be more whatever in it. But men have that athleticism more than women do, generally speaking. So when I see them, I'm like, what is this really weird, unnatural movement for them? Because women ain't meant to fight. But bruv, these lot have proven me wrong, man.
They knock the sugar out of me, bruv.
Boy.
I'm not unscrapping any of them, especially Clarissa, bruv.
Crazy. So I've just seen the wipes, and do you need a wipe, brother?
Yeah.
Hello? I don't know, you've been eating your fingers all day, bro.
Yeah. So yeah.
We'll see where she goes, up or down. Either way, I'm happy to see her.
Up, down, left, right, whatever.
You get me?
Good fights either way.
They stink, bruv. It smells like someone farted on these wipes, bruv. Can you smell it? It smells like baby lotion for a second.
Vomit.
Then straight up anus, bruv.
Okay.
Ooh.
Calm down.
That's strong, and there's not exactly any ventilation in here. And then anyway, the big news that this guy wanted to ruin for you guys, obviously, straight away.
We need to do it properly. We need to be focused on the camera while we do this because this is amazing.
It is big
and breaking
news.
Groundbreaking
news. Tyson Fury, yeah, the Gypsy King, and Anthony AJ Joshua, yeah, Joshua, have announced a 2-fight deal. Finally, now we all knew it was coming. But every now and again, someone throws a little curveball, and Fury says, "I'm drinking 12 pints a day." And, you know, he's not training. "I'm not going to train until there's a shitload of money in my bank account." Yeah? I can't do it. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't do the impression. But he kind of threw us off for a while there. And then Eddie Hearn was like, that's a bit upsetting because everyone's kind of working their backsides off for this. Yeah? So it got announced. Finally. We don't know when. We don't know where. Fury says he's definitely not fighting in the UK again. Ever again. Mad. And he'll only do it in America. But when we posted this, it's huge news, but when we posted it, one guy commented, "The trash talk from Fury alone will be pay-per-view." And that's true.
Yep.
Fury's trash talk in this fight is going to be so entertaining. Just that alone will bring us weeks of entertainment.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm so excited just for that for now. Then when the fight comes, it's very difficult because I think the majority of people will straight up say it's Fury's fight. Would you agree? Is that what you think?
I think if they're smart, then yeah, they'll say that.
Okay, so if they're smart, they will say it's Fury's fight. Now, I can understand that.
But there's a lot of uneducated people out there.
But that's true.
They don't
that's
know
true.
shit about boxing.
But to add to that, there are some like glimmers of hope. Now, I don't want to take away from AJ and say that he's going to get finished easily. That's not the case, because he rises to the occasion. He lost against
Come on,
what's his name?
You've got it.
Stop talking then. Flip it, Andy Ruiz. I'm so terrible at this. He lost against Andy Ruiz, won, and he made the adjustments and he fought him. Now, this is my argument, and just bear with me for a moment and just follow for a second, yeah? Because I will say, going into the fight, Fury's fight, hands down, the guy's too crafty, he's too awkward, he's too good, his head movement, his footwork, his punching power, his punching volume, if you like, it's just too much. It's too much for AJ. If anything, it's just the power that AJ's got over Fury. That's what most people might say, yeah? And his training, like, discipline. But that hasn't really affected Fury so far, okay? Yes, he struggled against other guys, lesser known, unknown quantities like Otto Wallin, who popped his eye early on in the fight. But this is the point I'm trying to get to, yeah? AJ lost to Ruiz with, he lost against somebody who was, relatively unknown, very good, no doubt about his skill level and his ability, but I'm going to overlook him because he's just a fat boy. I'm not going to bother watching his tape. I'm assuming this stuff. I'm not going to watch his tapes. I'm not going to, tailor my fight to this guy. He came in on, who is he supposed to fight? Who is he supposed to fight?
Jarrell Miller.
Jarrell Miller, exactly. So he's got a whole different camp for a much bigger, much different type of fighter for this kind of crafty, short, fat, presumably out of shape guy, yeah? And haven't got the time to tailor my training to him. Now, if there's anything that we can say about AJ, yeah, is he trains like an animal, yeah? He takes notes. And when I say notes, maybe mental, I'm not saying physical. He takes notes. He knows, he just absorbs everything you're telling him to do.
It's his life. Training is his life.
That's his life, yeah? So now he will be reviewing tape after tape after tape after tape of Fury's fights. The most recent ones are enough. He will be doing that with his team. If his team are good, they will come up with a plan, and they can do. They are able to come up with a fight or a game plan that will lead him to victory. But that requires, if neither of them went and with a game plan and saw each other's tapes, they just went in with a normal camp. We're going to work on this. We're going to work on that. Fury's taking that fight 10 out of 10. Yeah? 10 times out of 10 if Fury's taking that fight. But if you study and study and study and you can come up with, okay, so he does this. It takes an acute eye to work it out. But he can be worked out. Of course he's beatable. He goes, nobody's beatable. Everybody's beatable but me. Yeah? That's not true, obviously.
There's not a man born from his mother that can beat Tyson Fury.
That's what he says. But, there are men born from their mums and some maybe even from their dads that can beat him. Yeah? But it just takes a solid... Now he knows. Obviously, I'm sure he's known he's going to fight him anyway. Probably the next fight. Let's hope so. If that's the case, it's going to require AJ to train to the most detailed plan ever. But it can be done. I'm not saying it will be done. I'm just saying it's possible. But it's very difficult. Please go ahead, sir. Interject anytime you like.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry.
I love that. I love what you're saying.
Do you see what I'm saying, though? Do you understand why?
I understand it, but I do not think it's going to happen one bit.
Okay. All right.
Listen, we both rate Tyson Fury highly. We both rate AJ highly. We don't have a favourite in terms of who we prefer personally and this. This is based purely on boxing.
Mm-hmm.
AJ can come in with the game plan written by professors. Yeah, he can call up the professor from Money Heist. Write me out a plan of how to get in that ring and dominate Fury. He could go to a laboratory and get calculations written from the best scientists in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, this percentage, this movement, this angle, this. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I love AJ in terms of him in the ring, yeah? I love what he does. I love his training. I love him as an athlete. He's fantastic. Goes in there, works like a Spartan.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Physique, chiseled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Animal. Mentality, strong. Lost, I don't care. Smiling, come back, win.
Yeah.
The thing I do not...
It seems like you're belittling that. Carry on, sorry, because you did let me speak. I'm not.
No, I'm not belittling it at all. I'm saying he has all of these attributes.
Mm-hmm.
But you do not and you cannot plan for Tyson Fury. It is impossible. There is not a heavyweight on the single on the single planet. On
Mars, there's a couple guys that might weigh him in.
On different planets combined. But listen, there is not a man on this earth. There's not a heavyweight that moves like Tyson Fury.
Yes.
That does what Tyson Fury does in the ring. So comfortable fighting, southpaw, orthodox. He's ambidextrous. He's perfect in both ways. He does it with ease. Head movement out of this roof. Literally impossible to hit him clean. And when you do hit him clean, he gets hit with a thunderbolt and he still gets back up. Scary.
That's true.
So this is what I'm saying is...
That's true.
AJ is not a pressure fighter. AJ lacks the box. The problem is before the Ruiz 2 fight, he boxed at a certain level and it wasn't the best. In that Ruiz fight, he looked fantastic. He came in lighter, which was a vital thing for him against Ruiz. But Ruiz and Fury are two different animals. You're talking about someone who's 6'2" compared to someone who's 6'9". Someone who moves.
Is Ruiz 6'2"?
Yeah.
Bruv, I thought he was 6 foot. I'm 6 foot, and I thought he was shorter than man. I thought he was 5'10".
Double check that. I think he might be 6 actually. He looks small, but I read he was 6'2" somewhere.
Sorry.
Different animals, completely
No
different
doubt,
fighters. AJ can't go in.
He's 6'2", man.
He is, isn't it? Yeah. He doesn't look it because he
compare him to these towers, innit? He's mad. Bruv, so it tells you in centimetres, yeah? Andy Ruiz has 188 centimetres, yeah? Tyson Fury is 206, bro.
Giant.
206!
And giant. And this is what I'm saying to you. It's a complete different ball game when you have someone who is small and's going to walk forward.
Yeah.
Compared to someone who is 6'9" and can do both. Now with the Kronk style, which he's implemented from Sugar Hill, coming forward, I think that AJ will eventually gas out later on in the fight.
As he does, to be honest.
And will slow down. It depends on how AJ comes in. If he comes in lighter, less mass to carry, he could eventually survive the 12 round. I just feel the pressure will be too much. I will see something like the Deontay Wilder fight. Because I don't see... This is what I'm saying. Fury struggles with educated pressure. There's a difference between pressure, reckless pressure, Derek Chisora, or educated pressure, Canelo, Golovkin-esque kind of fighters. Yeah? I've seen Fury struggle with that. And the most recent one was Otto Wallin.
Yes.
Educated pressure. Someone who can box but apply pressure at the same time, who is very, very smart with creating angles and closing the distance. That's it. The problem is that AJ isn't that kind of fighter. AJ likes to box with you. He isn't an educated pressure fighter. And when he does it, he has to do it against a style that will come to him because he likes to tear up with those guys. A.K.A. Dillian White. A.K.A. Carlos Takam. I'm giving you examples for with these guys. The guys he's had to box at range with and try and chess match have been difficult and long fights for him. Pulev, Povetkin, Joseph Parker. The list goes on. Klitschko.
Yeah.
And you've seen how he struggled. But again, it comes down to the factor of how much they've changed since those fights. They have both become extremely better fighters. I think Fury under the Crunk gym is a different animal, completely. He's still got the movement, he's still got the speed, he's still got all the attributes, but now he's applied that educated pressure. What he did to Deontay Wilder was scary. No one walks down Wilder like that. No one.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know you're going to get hit with a nuclear bomb and you're going to go down and not get back up.
Crazy.
Yeah? He didn't care. He didn't give a toss. Walked him down, bullied him from pillar to post.
He's got that movement to avoid that,
and that's what I'm
one
saying.
punch.
And
that
I feel as though if we're talking about one hit a quitter, Wilder's faster and stronger than AJ. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
In combinations, AJ's probably quicker. But
Yes,
combinations
yes,
aren't going to land on Fury. They're not going to land on Fury. Unless you get him up against the ropes.
Yeah.
But he's going to rope it up and get away.
That's the thing. By the way, I'm not saying that AJ wins. You do know this, innit?
I know.
I'm just saying it's
I'm
not
just saying
as...
that. I'm just saying that as much as I want to give a chance to him, stylistically, I think it is a terrible matchup for him.
No, it's a terrible matchup. It is a terrible matchup, no shadow of a doubt. But it is... Obviously...
It's not even that. It's a terrible matchup. I'm just... Sorry, it's not even a terrible matchup, stylistically. It's a good fight. AJ... He's a very, very good fighter, but he is just not as good. They are not on Tyson Fury's level.
They're not, but no heavyweight is.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
They
in
can't.
heavyweight boxing in general, you don't need to rely on your skill. Do you get me? Heavyweight, who was it? Was it Bones? I think it was Bones Adams. He said that there's heavyweights or there's boxers and there's heavyweights.
Yeah.
They're not boxers. They're just strong men,
Brute men
that can just hit each other, and one of them's gonna go sleep in it.
Yeah.
So you've got AJ who can possibly... No, sorry. Fury who's going to most likely wipe the floor with him. Both fights. But you've got somebody who can... refuses to be, overlooked. Who can devise a plan with his team to kind of lead them to glory. But it's so unlikely, man.
The only thing that
so
I believe in is hard work, yeah? Does pay off eventually. And the breaks that Fury's had in between camps and etc., whereas AJ stays in the gym. This is why I always rated Floyd, is people saw the flashy lifestyle of Floyd Mayweather but didn't realise at 4 or 5 a.m. he is going back to the gym. Yeah. After a night of clubbing, he's going to train.
Crazy.
Didn't touch alcohol, didn't take any drugs. He stayed clean and he trained all the year round. He never took any breaks. And eventually it does catch up.
Yeah.
Unless you are the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
And at the moment, Tyson Fury is the elite of the elite. I want to see a close fight. I want to see a war. I want to see a split decision. I want to see a draw, and then they go back and do it again and again and again. Like the old days in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Where Frazier and Ali fought many times. You had the likes of Foreman in there. You had the good, great fighters all fighting each other.
Do you reckon AJ's got the self-belief to actually say, you know what, I can actually beat this
Of
guy?
course, 100%. He wouldn't take the fight.
Do you reckon?
He'd do his own thing. He's making enough money. Listen, AJ believes he can beat him. Fury believes he can beat him. They both believe they can fight.
I believe Fury. Do you get me?
I mean, if you're a betting man, the money would probably go on Tyson Fury. You're looking at someone who's undefeated. You're looking at someone who's huge, someone who moves well, someone who's never really been hurt, only once or twice in his whole career. You've seen AJ get put on the floor. You've seen AJ be stopped. You've seen AJ kind of fold and crumble under the pressure.
The one time we've seen AJ be stopped or get stopped was with Ruiz. And yes, everyone gave this backstory to, what the reasons were. And we don't really know why. But that wasn't AJ, really. Do you understand? And I'm not saying he will win the fight. I'm just saying don't judge him on that fight there. The whole thing.
But it's that thing we spoke about last week. It shows a chink in your armour.
Yeah.
If you've never shown that before, if you've never shown you spitting out your gum shield, when you're on the ground and getting up and the ref's asking you if you're okay, and you're not responding, you're just chilling like that. Yeah, do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you've never shown that before, no one can go off any of it. You can't get confidence from that.
That's fair.
Mayweather's problem was, well, not Mayweather's problem, the benefit he had, he had never been put in a situation bar one or two in his whole career where he'd been stung and hurt, and people would be like, I can hit him with this shot, and he's gonna
Who
wobble.
was it?
Shane Mosley first.
Yeah, Mosley definitely.
And
I was gonna say Judah, but
Maidana.
Maidana, yeah.
Judah gave him problems. Judah kind of hurt him as well.
Yeah.
But the only ones I really remember him stung was
Maidana and
the
Mosley,
Maidana one. He got hit round the bell.
Yeah.
So I saw his legs jiggle and he sat straight down, so he got away with it. But the Sugar Shane Mosley fight, he got clocked with that straight right, and you saw him hang on for dear life.
Yeah.
I remember that crazy. And then he got clocked again, and his legs went. He was like it was like
a yo-yo, innit?
Yeah.
It was just
back
it
up.
was like rewound back up to standing. It's mad. But yeah, that was.
But because it hadn't happened, he hadn't been stopped. He hadn't been like. You go on with Manny Pacquiao, for example, he had that vulnerability of being clocked after being clocked many times. People go in there with the confidence of, if I clock him, he can go. And that makes a fighter more dangerous. Because they have the belief that they go in... You know, if you go in there and you're trying to solve a Rubik's Cube and you've never done it before, you're a bit baffled. If you've only done it once or twice, I can do it again.
I'm not going to lie, I've tried a million times.
I can't do it.
Bare times. I just don't know what I'm doing.
No.
I have no idea, blood.
There's a pattern to it. There's always a pattern to it.
Is it 2 to the left, 1 up, or some stupidness like that, and you're guaranteed to get it eventually. But that's dead if you can break the code. I'm not on that.
I don't know how the man them do it, bro. I see people do it in seconds.
That one there, I will never understand it.
It's ridiculous.
I'll never understand it. But yeah, Fury's a Rubik's Cube, bruv. That's very true as well. Fury's a Rubik's Cube. It's going to be exciting. The build-up, for me, will be more exciting than the fight. I feel like the fight's going to be a bit of a...
I want it to happen in the UK, but if there's no crowd, it's a waste. That is a crowd. That's a stadium. They can't not have a crowd
now, bruv. They need to just say, band the rules.
Chat to the government. Chat to Boris. Chat to the Queen. Say, yo, Wagwan, listen, I know Corona's happening, but this is the biggest fight in UK, in
like,
British boxing.
I want to speak to the white man. I want to speak to Fury. I'll take his opinion.
And let's see what happens. Yeah. Good fight. All the belts on the line. WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF, and Ring Magazine titles. Heavyweight Championship marbles.
Crazy fight.
First fight scheduled for June, July this year, with the rematch taking place approximately
April,
November,
May,
December.
June. So about 3 months away.
3 to 4 months away.
The build up alone, like I keep saying, it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. But yeah, stay tuned for more news on where that will be held, and
we're definitely going to be doing a lot more content on this fight.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll look at camps.
I think that was quite in depth. Yeah, camps are going to give us something, but you just can't. You can't go into this fight and say, "Yo, AJ's got this. It's light work for him." It's not. It is not. A lot of his fights have been a struggle to get them. Like you said, Povetkin, Pulev. They've all Pulev. Yeah. A lot of his fights have, obviously Klitschko, you can't really count that because that's Klitschko, isn't it? So he just overcame adversity, which was expected. Do you get me? Dillian White, he's come up against some not AJ fighter, not Fury fighters, and still struggled badly. They probably all hit heavier than Fury. That's the one thing but they don't throw the volume that Fury throws, and they are not as awkward, slick, slippery, and just
the IQ
elusive.
The IQ is different.
Yeah.
People think that Fury's an idiot. People think that he's a twat.
What?
People think that he's dumb. He doesn't know what he's talking about because he's very outspoken.
Yeah.
But it's all an act. It's all a game. Him and Billy Joe Saunders are the best at it.
Yeah. That's true, mate.
They play with your mind, get in your brains, and then get in the ring and just embarrass you in there. Make you hit air, go around in circles. You don't know what's going on.
Crazy. Looking forward to it though.
Yeah.
Then,
bro, the guy we've been talking about for a very long time. We had the return of Leon Rocky Edwards.
This is the UFC, guys. We've transitioned.
Leon Edwards took on Bilal. Remember the name Muhammad.
That's a sick name. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, because you can't forget the name anymore. Is that guy again? Remember the name? I can't remember his name.
Do you remember his name?
Bilal Muhammad.
Oh, you remembered his name?
Yeah, I remember the name. Yeah, that was... So he took it on 3 weeks' notice? Is it 3 weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
Glad you want Vaseline, bro.
It's not dry, but it's just peeling. But come on, no, leave it.
That's when you need Vaseline, bro.
Leave it.
Alright, cool. Bilal, remember the name, Mohammed. Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards out for a year and a half.
Last fought in September 2019, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks, you tried to give it on the saliva.
I tried to give it on the saliva.
I'm going to bait myself out.
Bait yourself out with your dry,
How do you
crusty
do
lips.
this?
With crustacean lips. Man's got crab on his lip. Not crabs like that, bruv. It's not. That was dead. Yeah. So, underwhelming. We were excited to watch this fight, actually.
Very good first round.
Kind of saw it, yeah. Very
Leon,
good.
no, I'm talking about in terms of seeing Leon back in there and sharp.
Yeah.
Didn't feel the ring rust, the cage rust, whatever you want to call it. It was beautiful. Almost stopped Bilal in the first round with a huge head kick.
Yep.
Bilal was jiggly, wobbly,
jiggly
like
puff. Yeah.
And survived the round. Obviously, there was an eye poke in that first round anyway.
Yeah.
Herb Dean said, watch yourself. And then in the second round, about 18 seconds into it, he launched another head kick. As he's doing it, Bilal's head came slightly forward. Leon's finger went straight into the eye, and Bob's your uncle. Fight was over. Bilal hit the deck, started to cry. He was in pain, huge pain.
Do you reckon he was crying from the pain?
No,
because I don't rate that, man. If you're crying, I think it's because he knew he couldn't continue in it.
No, I think he was crying from the fear of losing his eye. Panic.
Oh.
Because he couldn't see anything, innit? The panic comes in, you're thinking, am I blind? Kind of thing, you know? He started screaming, oh my... And then they asked him, can you see? Are you seeing double? I remember the doctor said, are you seeing double? He's like, I can't see anything, man.
That's crazy.
And he's just panicking, and Herb Dean is like, calm down, Bilal. And then the referee and the doctor said, no, it's done, like, it's finished.
But to be honest, that wasn't one where he was like playing games and like, I can't continue.
No, he
could not.
Saw.
Did he see it?
When he got him, his eye was all...
It was mad. Like, he didn't get...
bleeding.
I don't know if he got the actual eye in it. He got here. Is what was cut. What was bleeding was just below the eyelid. Just below, like, the eyelid, innit? The bottom of the eyelid.
It was disgusting.
But, not the eyelid. Whatever this thing's called here, innit?
The eye skin.
But...
Ice cream.
Below the eye skin. But it was bad. That was bad. I used to wear contact lenses. I put in contact lenses and I'm like, that was painful.
Imagine
Do you get me? Imagine that, bruv. And the thing is, a lot of people are like, shouldn't that have been a disqualification? I think you thought this as well.
No. I asked. In general, I asked. I didn't think it should have been.
A lot of people comment that
if it's accidental, it shouldn't be. If you've done it about 16 times
it's clearly
in one fight, then of course you're going to get penalised.
Yeah.
Point taken away, boom, boom, boom. You could then disqualify. But
on purpose isn't doing this. Yeah? Like Mujahid does in his animations. You're not just doing that, yeah? It's like constantly putting your hands in his face like that. You know what I mean? You know you got your gloves on, it's open palm, and you just, you're feeding him out, and you're just doing that, and it's going in his face. That's an intentional potential eye poke, yeah? But he was throwing a kick. I don't know if he threw like something to set up before the kick, but he was throwing a kick and his hand just swung into his face.
I disagree with you. I think if your hand's out there and you're trying to find range, if someone's head comes into your hand, it's not your fault.
Yeah, but you're not meant to have your hands... Okay, fine with like this. I know that's not the stance for a lot of these guys.
But that's what I'm saying. But even if you're doing that and that, like, you're trying to find range. If someone moves in at that point, it's not on purpose. So you shouldn't be penalised for that.
It's a difficult
What are you going to do? The gloves are like that. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the way... Like, even fight boxers, because their hands are wrapped in that circle, in that curve...
Yeah.
Naturally, your hands are going to be like that, and especially if you're tired in a fight. I'm not saying that you're tired. You fatigue in a fight, you're not going to be like that.
Yeah.
Trying to find range.
So then, do you reckon it is that argument?
Like Andre Wood, for example, whenever he used to fight, he used to pour his jab out. Fighters do it all the time.
Yeah.
But obviously, in the UFC, it's different because your fingers are exposed.
Yeah.
Like, and Bilal, I'm not saying it's Bilal's fault because obviously he's trying to get
his
in.
head come in. Yeah.
But then, you know what I mean? It's just not every fighter has that, so it just depends. It's that style you've got to adjust to it. I saw people say he should have been disqualified. It wasn't a pure to the young thing where the guy's on the ground. Boom. What I purposely went bam in your eye.
Exactly.
The first one was a jab, and it was at the end of the jab when it was. I don't think he thought he was in range, and it was kind of like a pouring jab. Finger went in a little bit, scraped his eye. Second thing, he was like throwing a kick, bro. There's momentum.
No, there's no chance you could call that anything.
He didn't got. How are you trying to poke someone in the eye and kick them?
I lie.
It was momentum.
Yeah.
It was the speed of the kick. It was the positioning. Obviously, Bilal came in at a certain angle as well. It was unfortunate. It was a freak thing. It was a freak accident. Yeah. Those things 9 times out of 10 will never happen. Unfortunately, Leon Edwards is cursed. So for him, anything that could go bad is going bad.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Guy cannot get a fight. Gets fights, they get cancelled numerous times. Yeah. Gets a main event in London. That gets cancelled because of COVID. Fight after fight gets cancelled. Mentions Marvin Hagler on his Instagram.
Oh, that's mad.
I saw that. He took
crazy.
a picture of. He posted a picture of Marvin Hagler, and apparently a couple of hours later,
we get the news that he passed.
I got the news that he
crazy,
passed.
man.
And then he goes into his fight for the first time in over a year and a half, and the fight ends up being a no contest after only a round. It's ridiculous.
It's
I'm
mad,
saying it's
isn't it?
annoying because I said it to one of my boys who'd never seen him fight before. I said, "What did you think already from one round? You can tell he's good, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know he's sharp. You can see that Leon Edwards is good." One thing I've realised is he looks like he's packed on more size. He looks a bit stronger and thicker in general. Before he looked very slim. But
I saw a picture of him, like in the gym on his knees, innit? And he looked
1 minute.
wham.
Yeah, he looks like he's put on size.
And I was like, right, has he always been that big? And
His legs are huge, man.
Yes, his
I saw
legs
that Bilal when I was looking at his legs in that Bilal fight,
Yeah.
that kick that he landed.
Mm-hmm.
His quads are quadzilla,
Yes.
like Andy Ruiz.
Snap.
Technically he's a very good fighter. He's good all round.
Mm-hmm.
I like him a lot and I rate him, but he said he deserves a title shot next. Not off that performance, brother.
No, it's not
I
about
know-
off that performance. It's about
No, I know it's not off that performance, but based on that performance,
based on
you
the result.
can't
of the
get
fight.
that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
It
you
makes no
can't.
sense.
He was saying obviously he had that 8-fight win streak beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get a title shot then.
Yeah.
You've gone into a fight and had a no
Nothing's changed,
contest.
Yeah.
It's if not put you a bit further back.
Mm-hmm.
Go in there, win the rematch convincingly, or fight someone better.
Mm-hmm.
You were mentioning there's talks of Colby Covington.
Yeah.
Go in there, fight Colby, stop Colby, beat Colby convincingly, beat him better than the champ beat him. Then you can say I stopped him before Kamaru did.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. He's not
that's
American.
sorry, just I become
I
Colby.
stopped him. Yeah.
I stopped him very early in the fight. I stopped him, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Bilal obviously causing a bit of drama now as well. Not drama, but he said you're soft if you think that you got away with that one. We
Yeah.
got to run it back, man.
To be honest,
You
I
have to, you
don't
gotta run
want
it
to. If I'm Bilal Muhammad, yes, I want to run it back. If I'm
If Leon can't
Leon
get anyone
Edwards,
else,
I don't want to run it back because it's a waste of my time.
if you can't get anyone else,
Yeah.
then run it back.
Yeah,
And the problem is he hasn't been able to get anyone.
literally.
So who will you fight? I'd say run it back in a couple of weeks. I'm hearing Bilal's eyes fine.
Yeah, but it still needs time.
I say give him a couple of weeks. Boom, get that fight on ASAP.
That makes
Why
sense.
waste time?
That makes sense.
Do you get me?
Yeah,
Because Mike Bisping was saying during the actual fight, he was saying, well, once the injury happened, obviously Mike knows better than anyone about eye injuries. He was like, hopefully it's not bad. And if it's not bad, set it up in a couple of weeks, ice it, rest, get back in there, and let's do it again ASAP. Why not? Why would you wait another 6 months to go back out
It's
there?
a fair point. I
wouldn't
definitely
do
don't
that.
want him to wait 6 months, bro. That's unbelievable.
Or however long it's going to take.
And-
just get him back in there.
Yeah, just get him back in there. Let him. To be honest, it's true. Basically, you got the camp anyway. Just go run a couple weeks more and then just.
Just don't put mad weight on. Don't go eat crazy. A couple more weeks. You're already in Vegas. Stay out there for a bit. Instead of making that journey back, quarantine, come back, whatever you need to do.
Corona
And
time.
see if you can do it, but let's see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's upsetting because it would have been a good fight to see long over the time, the long in the long run, and see where the rankings sort of went after that. What Leon can do next, but that's that, man.
Who's fighting next week? I don't even know, bro.
Next week, I'm not sure,
I know the
but
week
in
off,
2 weeks
yeah.
we both know what's happening.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah, tap that.
In Django.
No, just press UFC presenter. It will show you
Okay.
next week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, go. So let's
Yeah, no, there's-
scroll across.
oh,
Scroll
okay.
across. Like that.
What? Oh, see,
Teach
it's
you
so
things.
good.
Brunson and Kevin Holland. That's
okay.
it. Derek Brunson.
That's
and
a
Kevin
good
Holland.
fight.
I like that fight.
That's a good fight.
Kevin Holland. I like Kevin Holland, but that Joe Rogan piece he did,
Mm-hmm.
it's a bit annoying. He was acting
Yes.
a bit too childish. for
Acting
me.
like yes.
like a stubborn.
I don't like to train. I don't like doing this. If it's
I don't
too
do
much for me, I don't
anything.
do it.
Nobody's
No,
great.
I don't
John
like
Jones
that. I
ain't
don't
great.
like that. I
This,
don't
this,
like that.
this.
I don't like that. I don't like
But
that.
again, it could be part of the act, or it could actually just be the way he is. He's just normally just
the idiot.
don't care.
I didn't like that. Yeah, to be
But-
honest. And if that's him for real, I'm not Criticising because who am I to have? You get me? But it's a cat mentality to have. That's not how you achieve greatness. And if he's putting on an act, then alright, cool. I don't see where it's taking you, but by all means, go for it, innit?
He's doing the drunken master, real.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't be bothered. And then the week after, we've got the heavyweight clash. The Titans
rematched.
will meet Stipe Miocic, Francis Ngannou. 2 absolute, stunning, amazing, brilliant fight to happen. Can't wait. I was just lost for words.
Some colourful.
And then obviously the clarity is set in stone already. That John Jones will obviously fight next for the title.
That's crazy.
Dana White had said it. So the winner of this fight will face John Jones next.
That's mad.
Huge risk for John.
Absolutely.
Without having a warm-up fight. But it could be a one-and-done thing, which I think it really is, to be honest. If he does,
reckon?
but it's just a crazy
What, take
fight.
it and back?
Yeah, it's
Potentially.
Because if you're not going to get a warm-up fight and you're going straight for a title shot, kind of
What else is there to do?
that.
What else is there to do, though, isn't it?
Yeah. It is risky, though. Very risky, because they're huge and they hit so hard.
Have you seen the difference in size between Jones and some of these guys?
The thing is, he's taller than them. They're both 6'4".
Yeah.
Jones is 6'5" or 6'6" or whatever.
But
they're just
not enough, man.
they're just
It's not
huge.
It's not
Especially
enough. Look at the difference
Ngannou.
between him and Ngannou. Look at the difference
Because
between him
Stipe
and
is quite a
Ngannou.
slim, streamlined guy.
Yeah, I find it hard
Ngannou's
to
huge.
understand how he's a heavyweight.
Who's Stipe?
Yeah.
6'4", Croatian,
Yeah.
bones probably made of rock, you know what I mean? Just a heavy,
Adamantium.
pure
Wolverine,
density of the man.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
But yeah, that's that. Next week's going to be interesting. The week after is going to be absolutely mind-blowing.
Can't wait.
But
yeah, guys.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, kids, adults.
Make sure you tune in on
tune
Spotify
in.
as well.
Oh yeah, we're on Spotify. We're on Google Podcasts. We're all of them ones there.
All over the gaff.
So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Do all of that, please.
Schwar it.
Schwar it. And we shall see you all next week. I've been your boy Fat Mouse.
I've been Cash with a K and not a C.
This has been episode 39.
Sweet Science Podcast.
See y'all later.
Ciao. Ciao, Bella. Ciao, ciao, ciao.